In the field of physics, about 23 centuries ago, there was a very famous theory known as theory of atomism. It was propounded by the Greeks, by the Democrats. And they believed that atom is the smallest part of matter which cannot be divided. And this was also known to the Arabs. This was also known to the Arabs, and in Arabic it was called a zarra. Zarra meaning an atom, the smallest part according to scientists. But today science is advanced, and we have come to know that the atom, though, is the smallest part of matter, having the characteristic of an element, it too can be divided into neutrons, into protons. And the Quran speaks about zarra. So many people may think if the Quran speaks about zarra as the smallest part, and today science tells us that the atom can be divided, that means the Quran is outdated. If you read the Quran says in Surah Sabah, chapter number 34, verse number 3, that when they tell you that the hour will never come, the hour of judgment, tell them it will surely come with the permission of thy Lord, in whose record is mentioned the smallest detail of an atom, talking about the zarra, and even things smaller and greater than the atom. That means Quran already mentions that there are things smaller and greater than the atom. And this message is repeated in Surah Yunus, chapter number 10, verse number 61, that when they ask thee regarding the hour, tell them the hour will surely come with the permission of their Lord, in whose record is very clear, is perspicacious, things as small as the atom and things greater and smaller than the atom. So the Quran is not outdated, it is up to date. It tells in advance that there are things smaller and greater than the atom. Who could have mentioned this in the Quran? In the field of hydrology, in school we learn about the water cycle. And the water cycle we learn in the school was first propounded by Sir Bernard Palissy in 1580. And we learn in school that the water evaporates from the ocean, it rises, forms into clouds, the clouds move in the interior, they fall down as rain, and the water table is replenished. We learn this in school. Previously, in 2nd century BC, Thales of Miletus, he said it was the spray of the ocean which was picked up by the wind, which fell into the interior like rain. Previously, people thought it was the pressure of the wind on the ocean which thrust the water into the interior. We did not know how did the underground water come. So first people thought it was the pressure of the wind which forced the water into the interior, and it went back by a secret passage known as Tartarus at the time of Plato. Even till as late as 17th century, Descartes believed in this. Even in 19th century, Aristotle, he propounded the theory that the underground water was due to the mountain caverns, they feeding the underground water. Today we know that the underground water is due to the seepage of the rainwater in the cracks in the ground. It's mentioned in the Quran.